now I know that this next record is taking it to a whole other level. You know, it's really kicking, and you count on that. And I think we're all, you know, opening up more, and it's going to be, you know, more of a real album, more, you know, it's going to be up another notch. So Sonic Boom was great, but this is going to be a whole other level.
All right, same side, back a little ways. What you got?
Tommy, I wanted to know when and where did you learn to play guitar?
Well, I've been playing guitar ever since I was 13, so that's a long time. And you know,
tell them what instrument you played originally.
Well, I originally started playing saxophone. But, you know, I liked guitar and everything. I loved guitar, so I started playing guitar when I was 13, and I just kind of taught myself. And I listened to my favorite records at the time, which was Deep Purple and Kiss and Black Sabbath and Bad Company and all these great bands, Aerosmith. You know, so I just copped all this stuff, and you know, as a matter of fact, at the time, I loved a lot of Kiss stuff, and Ace was a big influence on me, obviously, when I was a kid growing up, and I learned all this stuff. So, but that's, you know, I just kind of taught myself, and then I had a band in the '80s called Black and Blue that some of you know about, and you know, it just kind of evolved from there. So, you know, I love playing guitar.
All right, we got a little girl back here that's got a question. What's your name, sweetheart?
Emma.
And what is your question for Eric and Tommy?
Tommy, do people say that you look like Gene?
What? I've never heard that one. I've heard people think he looks like Joe Perry sometimes from Aerosmith. We hear that a lot.
Well, I think my hair is the same.
Or John F. Kennedy Jr.
I think my hair is the same color as Gene.
All right, we got one over on the opposite side now, right here. We got a little young lady here. Sweetheart, what's your name?
Corey.
And what's your question, Corey?
Where is your favorite place to play a concert?
What's our favorite place to play a concert?
Myrtle Beach.
Well,
Myrtle Beach, of course.
actually, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, so for me, getting to play my hometown is always cool. Tommy's from Portland, so I know when he goes home, that's cool. But Madison Square Garden in New York, you can't beat that. That's iconic. You know, we live in LA, so we got to play Staples Center a couple years ago. That was kind of cool for us because now that's our hometown now. So, but to me, anywhere Kiss is like a universal language. Really, anywhere in the world, wherever we go, South America, you name it, the fans all kind of have this common bond, like a tribe. So wherever there's Kiss fans, once we're there, it feels like home.
You know, one other thing that's around when there's plenty of Kiss around is plenty of pretty ladies, and I got one here that's got a question. What's your name?
Thank you. I'm Emily from Connecticut, and my question is, when each of you joined the band, was there ever talk of you having your own makeup?
Well, actually, probably when I first, because I came in the band first wearing makeup, and I remember I was actually on vacation, and my lawyer called me and said, hey, I just got a call, they want you to come back in the band, you know, wearing makeup, blah, blah, blah. I said, whose makeup? He goes, I don't know. He goes, just go on your vacation, by the time you get home Saturday, I'll have it all worked out. So I think they thought about it for 1 minute, they go, should we wear another makeup? No. And then that was it. And I came home and that was it. You know, the characters that we all know, I know they're associated with the original guys because they created it, and we always pay respect to that. But the bottom line is, it's almost like Spider-Man, Superman, all those things. Those are what everybody recognizes, those four iconic characters. You have to remember, the band tried doing it once before with the Fox and with Vinnie Vincent with whatever it was, the Ock thing. And you know something? There's a reason they took the makeup up, because it wasn't working. So.
Yeah, plus,
all right, over here on the...
Let me add something. Also, you know, you have to keep in mind the time frame, because when Eric Carr came into the band, and he became the Fox, and then Vinny came in. I mean, the band wasn't even around for 10 years at that point, you know. Right now, we're almost 40 years, so it's you have to keep that perspective in mind, because, you know, if you're in a band and it's 10 years, that's not as much time, and maybe you can change things around and reinvent it a little bit, like they tried to do, and it didn't work. Like Eric said, if you remember, the next record was Look It Up. They had to take the makeup off and kind of reinvent the whole thing again, because it was, you know, the Creatures of the Night tour was actually one of the lowest, you know, attended tours they ever did, and it just wasn't, you know, wasn't happening at that point. But now, almost 40 years into the band, you know, you've got these iconic characters, and it wouldn't make sense at all to change them. So, you know, a lot of people, I understand, you know, because like Eric said, Ace Peter, they started the particular characters that we are wearing now, and it's, you know, it's kind of, sometimes some people have a hard time with that, but there's a whole reason behind it. But it's a good question, and I know it gets asked a lot.
All right, we got over on Tommy's side of the stage here against the wall. We got this guy here. What's your name, buddy?
Christopher,
Christopher, what's your question?
are y'all coming to South Carolina on the next tour?
Are you all coming to South Carolina on your next tour?
Well, we sure hope so.
What about you guys? You hope they come back to South Carolina?
We'll be here.
All right, I got one coming right here, dead center.